Hello guys, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to show you zone recovery strategy implementation in Binance USDT futures. So this strategy is already being used in forex trading. Now I have created a bot that implements this strategy and trades in crypto USDT futures, and all of it happens automatically. So first I will give you a brief explanation of how this strategy works. What you do is you select a coin based on some criteria, whatever the criteria you have set. So this criteria can be set in the settings here. I have added a bunch of settings. You can change it. I will explain these later. So the criteria we are using is movement from the open price. So it selects the open price at the start of the day, 00.00, and calculates the difference from the current close. And whenever there is need to select a coin to trade, it takes the highest movement coin from these two tables, right? So once it has selected a coin, it implements or it trades according to the strategy. I will explain the strategy now. What it does is, say the current price of the coin is 52.5, right? And you have set certain initial capital, and according to it you need to buy 100 quantity of that coin, right? And it buys 100 quantity at 52.5 price. And then what are the next possibilities? The possibilities, you end up in profit, you or the price goes against you, right? So if you end up in profit, you have a setting to set a take profit, and it is 7%. And if the price goes to 56.175, so you close the trade, and that is the happy scenario, right? What happens if the price goes against you? So the way it works is, if the price goes against you, there's another setting called a zone length or a gap. So wait a minute. So this is the zone length, and you set it as a setting. And if the price goes against you, the price is 52.5 when you entered, but now the price is 50, right? What it does is it takes a opposite position, uh, but the quantity is multiplied by a multiplier here. You can see the multiplier is 2, and you also have a ability to change this. You can set the multiplier according to your risk taking ability, right? And now again, you have like two possibilities. The price will go towards you for the second position you have taken. If a, or it can again go against you. There is a sideways movement, right? So now let's take a happy scenario. The price goes according to you have thought, according to the second trade, and uh, the now the price is 46.5. You have two positions standing. If the price reaches 46.5, this trade ends in profit and this trade ends in loss, because the quantity is larger here. You will end up in a overall profit, right? Now, if the price goes against you, right, so it touches like again 52.5, it takes another buy long position multiplied by this, the quantity of the previous trade, right? So it was 100, 200, and now it is 400. Like this, it grows exponentially. So the idea is the price will have to break out from this zone somewhere in the future, right? So if you have infinite money, you will always end up in a profit. So that's the thing with martingale strategies. So if you have infinite money, it will always end up in profit, but not that's not the case in real world, right? You will have a limited capital. So uh, so there are tools I have added to this bot to help mitigate that scenario. But what happens in crypto is the there's something called rug pull. What happens is there's a pump and dump thing that goes on in crypto, and the price always breaks out of this zone. So it either goes down or goes up, and we are using the criteria, we're selecting the coins that have the highest movement, and the chances of the coin breaking out of that zone is very high, right? And you'll end up in profit most of the time. But I will tell you more about these settings when I explain the whole platform. So let's I have taken these scenarios to check out what will be the profit, right? So if there is only one trade, right? So the profit will be we have given 7%, and it will be like the total buy amount is 50 to 50, and it will be 367.5, right? But assume like we have taken two trades, this one and this one, buy and sell. Uh, so for this, the profit would be 7%, and for this, the loss would be like this 5% gap and the 7% TP, right? It will be the 12% loss. So, so if there are two trades, there would be like the 12% loss for the first trade, and the 7% profit for the second trade. Because the quantity is larger here, you will end up in net profit. And so assume the third scenario, there are three entries, right? So now you'll hit the profit here. So so these two trades will end up in profit, and this will end up in a loss. So the loss for this would be like 1200, and the profit for, okay, I have made a mistake here. This is supposed to be, hmm, where is the text tool? So this is supposed to be 367.5, and then, okay, so it would be how much? Let's calculate it. 367.5. So you'll end up in the profit of 637.5. Okay. So thing is, so these two trades, are this one and this one, will end up in profit of 7%, 367.5, and 1470, right? And this trade will have the 12% loss. So it would be like a minus 1200. But because of the multiplier, you are taking, you'll end up in a overall profit. So that's the characteristic of this zone recovery strategies. You can see. Now I'm going to explain the settings we have here. The first setting is entry. This is the criteria for buy and criteria for sell. So this has to be the minimum movement in the coin that it has to satisfy to take entry in that coin. So you have set it to 10% for buy, right? So whatever the coins that have 10% movement here, so all these coins satisfy the criteria, and if the time comes, it will take entry in these coins. So I will tell you what the time is, what the criteria for entry is, right? Okay, the next setting is number of sell entries and number of buy entries. So this is for the maximum active sell entries and the maximum active buy entries you can have at a single time, right? So you can see that there are two trades here. One would be sell and one would be the buy, right? And say if I try to close a sell trade, it will try to pick up another coin that has, okay, so it has already taken the next coin for sell, right? So it will always make sure that there are uh, the suggested number of active buy and sell trades, and that satisfy this entry percentage for sell, entry percentage for buy criteria. So it selects these coins from this table and tries to activate those trades, right? And then the next setting is uh, the where is multiplier? So this is the multiplier we were talking about. The second would be the multiple of the initial capital of first trade. So what would be the initial capital? So the initial capital we have the three settings that affect this. One is the initial capital of $50, and then we have set a leverage of 4, so it would be like $200, and this leverage is the actual leverage that you have in your Binance account. It's going to set this leverage for all the coins initially when you start the session, right? And then there is this interesting setting called reverse, right? So if you set it to yes, what this does is uh, all the long entries will come from the coins that have negative movement from the open trade that have fallen, right? So the way you are thinking is that this coin has fallen, it's gonna go come up. That's the way the reverse thing does. So it takes coins from the table that have highest negative movement, and for short positions it takes coins from the table that have highest positive movement. So if you set the reverse to false or no, then for long entries it takes coins from the positive movement table, and short it takes from negative movement table, right? And you also have a ability to manually close here. Let's dig into other settings. This is the gap, the thing we talked about. So this is the gap, 5% gap between the buy and sell entries, and take profit, which is this is the take profit, 7%, 7%. And then there is a break even of 4%. This is break even is like a reduced take profit, and it activates once there are three trades, right? It's like saying, hey, we have put a lot of capital, there are too many entries, and the price is not reaching TP. We want to just reduce the TP and see whether it works. So you reduce the break even here and put whatever the setting you set here, it works. It is 4%, and the number of trades is three. After three trades, it reduces the break even. The API key and API secrets are your Binance API keys, and it comes into play when you do real trading here. Which is you can only change the settings when the trading has stopped, right? Now I will try to show you closer to trades that have multiple entries. You can see like all the trades will end up in profit only. There's an initial buy entry for 22780. There is a sell entry for 21705. You can see it has almost like tripled. So the multiplier is 3 here, right? Right, and it did it for like three entries, and then there is a break even, not the take profit. The break even trade is three trades, and it is 4%. Let's see which has two. So this would be the take profit. You can see. So taken the two trades, and then I shown you like let's take the four trades, right? So in this, the two of the trades will be in the profit, and half of the trades will be in the profit and half will be in loss. But the trade that has the highest, that will have loss, that covers the losing trades here because of the multiplier, right? So the final trade will always be the winning trade, which covers the loss of all the most of the losing trades. But like the loss of the losing trade will always covered by all the trades in the direction of the winning trade, the final winning trade. So all the sell trades will be in profit, and all the buy trades will be in the loss, but the profit will be more than the loss, so it will end up in overall profit. To talk about the latency at which the trades are taken, and the amount of slippage you're going to face if you run the strategy or the trading board. uh, you can see that there is some slippage that happens. So the first entry is at 0.02603, and the next entry is at 0.02498. So the first entry corresponds to this or this, whatever the a sell can come here or a buy can come here, and the next entry is that this, and the third entry should uh, lie on the same level as the first entry. right? So the third entry here is 0.02598. So we'll see there is a slippage of 5 points here. That is quite minimal. Uh, but yeah, so I've taken utmost effort to make sure that there is no slippage and the trading happens tick by tick. As soon as I receive a price update from Binance, the logic is calculated and the trade is pushed. So this is almost like a high frequency trading that is happening here. And yeah, make sure there is as minimal slippage as possible. And that calculation is happening simultaneously happening in whatever the number of sell entries and number of buy entries you set here. Like say there are like 20 active trades, 20 open trades here. So all the whole calculation happens parallelly, and the logic is calculated. If the TP is hit, it closes all the trades, and the gap is hit, it takes another sell trade or a buy trade. And so another thing that I want to bring to your attention is the trading happens in a hedge mode. You might be wondering how you can have simultaneous buy and sell positions. Yes, you can have that in Binance hedge mode. So that's where the trading happens. So that's it for this video, guys. If you want a setup like this, do contact me. And this is the live thing that is the client is running. Currently, it is running in the paper trading mode, but we have already tested it, and the client is running it daily. And I will also publish the backtest results for these. Yeah, thank you for watching.